Hello, peace seekers. This is Saniqua White dropping in to give you a piece of my mind that will hopefully give you some peace of mind. And today I want to talk about the primary tool that I use for myself as well as my clients in order to express thoughts, emotions, feelings, desires, goals, all of those types of things. The main tool that I use is writing. I know you've heard people talk about journaling. There's all sorts of journals out there. I don't use anything fancy. I just use a plain old journal. It could be pretty on the outside, but there's just lines on the inside because I've gotten really good at it. So I pray through my journal as well as just express my thoughts, dreams, goals, desires into my journal. But I also understand that for a lot of people, it's really hard to sit down, get still, get calm, and write. So what I did was I created this book called Writing is Life. What it is a book of journaling prompts. And so when you open the book, what you'll find is either a question or a thought prompt. So if it's a question, you simply start journaling by answering that question. Typically, when you start writing, other things start to flow that might not even have anything to do with that question. It's just a way to help you start writing. If it's not a question, then it's like a complete the sentence or a thought prompt, meaning name your favorite ice cream. So just something that gets you started writing so that the process begins. And yes, journaling and writing are processes. But what I've seen in a lot of people is that almost all of my clients feel like they have a book in them. And I would agree that most people probably do have a book in them if they want to write about their lives, if they think that their lives are that interesting. A lot of my clients tell me things that they think I wouldn't believe or that they think other people wouldn't believe. And some of it is pretty good. So if you have some of those things, if you've ever thought about that, like my life is so all over the place that I should write a book. Well, maybe you should, but you can start with journaling, getting your thoughts and ideas to flow, putting some things together. But what I suggest when you start journaling is that you don't necessarily have a plan, that you don't necessarily do bullet points or numbers or try to write in paragraphs, and please don't edit. Just write in a free-flowing manner. And that is one of the reasons why I created the book. It's because it gives you a starting place, but after you start, there are no rules. So you simply write whatever comes to your mind until there's nothing left. And that is a good idea to do on a regular, consistent basis, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed with life right now, if you're experiencing any sort of depression, anxiety, grief, trauma, even if you're in counseling or you're working with a coach. If you're journaling, then you have something to bring to your session where your provider can work with you on those things that you've been journaling about. Because sometimes we have the answers to the problems or the questions that we're needing to work through, but it's trapped because there's so much that gets built and packed and stacked on top of each other that we don't know what to do sometimes. We can't think straight. We can't figure it out. So sometimes when you start a writing process like a journal, those thoughts can get unlocked. They can get clear. Some other things can get cleared out so that you have room to process the things that you really want to talk about and think about. So I encourage you to begin a journal, a writing process. Who knows, maybe it'll turn into the story or the book that you feel like you have inside of you, or the movie or the TV show. that you feel like you have inside of you. You have to start somewhere. And journaling is a great place to start. It's not only therapeutic, but it's freeing. It unlocks creativity. I believe that we are creative beings, and that when we aren't able to create, we get stuck, we get depressed, we get anxious. Now, those are not the only reasons why someone would be in those positions, but I think that a lot of people are stuck in life because their creative energy is not able to flow. Journaling is a fantastic way to unleash and unlock your creative energy. So again, today I encourage you to write. And if you're having trouble writing, I'm going to drop the link to this book in the description box, and you can get that, or you can even Google journaling prompts on the internet. But this book is a great one if you like to color, or if you like to look at pretty things. It's designed so that you can color on some of the pages, and then also have some prompts and things for you to do. So again, I'll drop the link. I hope this is helpful. I hope you start your writing process today. I'll be back soon with more, but until then, be proactive about your mental health, be well, and God bless.